What's going on, everyone? Hope you are good. Hope you are well. It is Monday, new start to the week. And I figured let me go ahead and just do a video on another list. I like to usually get all of my lists out of the way and then go back to the content afterwards. So that's what I'm here to do today. My second of 8 lists for the year. We're covering the spring. I figured I'd mix it up just a little bit, do night out for spring. On Friday I did the top spring overall selections. Just in general, those were more like signature scent worthy, whereas these really, in my opinion, will be for night out purposes, especially for me this upcoming spring 2022. And yeah, I figured I'd do that. Scent of the day is actually Mr. Miami Blue from Making Sense. I'm gonna look to do a review on this soon. I just found out that this is back in in production and on his site. So check out makingsense.net for all your fragrance needs. But this one's a good one. It gives me a little bit of like a Dolce and Gabbana light blue type of feeling mixed with like uh Amen Ultra Zest and a few other variations. If you've tried Mr. Miami, you know how sharp and like really tart that orange is. Not the case here. I mean, it's a zesty orange in Mr. Miami. This is a bright orange, but not as just piercing sharp in any way, shape, or form. So that's just what we have going on with Making Sense. And this one too, almost in a way, could be an honorable mention um for Night Out because it does last. Hi Yar, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope everything is good with you. Let me know your scent of the day. I just finished talking about mine, Mr. Miami Blue. I'm gonna look to do a review on it. Eau de Parfum concentration. And you could get this 17 ml for like 23, 24, 25 US dollars, something around there total. So, hey, Mike, great to see you. Hope you're well, bro. Great video that you dropped earlier. For those who haven't seen I Smell's channel before, check him out. I Smell. And for those who haven't seen Yarn Hills video that they did a live stream on Saturday, check them out at the Nerdy Bureau. So, Stinky, great to see you. Thinking about Sicilian Cypress, that's a solid one from what I've heard. A lot of people rave about it. And when Rudy, the PhD of EDP, approves of something, and Mr. Miami, Neil Cuddles Crew, approves of it, then I guess it is a very solid option. Son of the day, multiple things on my arms. We've received a package with samples and stuff. Oh, okay. Son of the day is Eau de Shower and Eau de Samples. Gotcha. Well, whatever you tried, I'm looking forward to hearing what y'all think about it. So, Bentley Absolute, nice, Mike. Awesome, awesome stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time here. I'm not one to really drag things along just so this way people come in. I just kind of do my spiel. I'll invite some people towards the middle to end and get into everything else. I do want to say, because with this first fragrance, there is an association with some breaking news. So up first for Night Out Springtime, you know, you want to feel your best. You want to actually be like clean. And what's going on, Juan? Great to see you. Check out Fatboy Fragrance Review channel. Check out Fatboy Fragrance's store for your samples. Great channel, great store. Check them out. Juan over at Fatboy Fragrance Reviews. But yeah, this first one is actually a really good fragrance that could be had for really cheap. You're gonna smell unAVERAGE. And at the end of the day, this fragrance is actually a part of a poll that I did before I got this haul of ZAHAROFF samples. But I will be covering that video and that specific haul with one individual, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, March 27th, But for now, at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At number 8, we have Fresh Boss from Authenticity Perfumes. I thought they were 8. I just wanted to make sure. But yeah, Fresh Boss from Authenticity Perfumes. I will be going over the rest of the authenticity samples that I have with Sarah over at Glam Finds on Sunday, March 27th. I've been in contact with her. That's the day that works. I'll be back in town and everything should just work out that way. So yeah, stay tuned for that live. But in the meantime, we're here to talk about Fresh Boss. This is actually one of my favorites from the line, hence why I own the bottle of it. It's just really good. It's another orange fragrance. I just have a thing with orange, but this has like peppercorn. It's a little spicy. It's like a fresh, spicy orange with a little bit of green going on, a little bit of sweetness. You're going to smell unique. You're going to smell unAVERAGE. And I mean, I've put a sizable dent. This is very highly concentrated too. For 60 ml, it's like $35. So you can't really beat it. And at the end of the day, like, again, it's just going to be something clean, for something fresh. Hey, Julian, great to see you. Joe and his robotic arm. Hey, the Android Super Soldier, the, call me Joe, the Winter Shoulder. Call me any variation of it. I've kind of been hearing it, but yeah, man, that the shoulders right here, it's trying to stay intact. And I have an appointment tomorrow post-op, so we'll see how that goes. But hope you're good. Let me know your sense of the day down below. I am still working on Toothman and getting Toothman or Two-Man Julian. But yeah, I got to give credit to Rico. If Rico's watching, or Rudy also said it, but Rico was the first one that officially dubbed me that nickname, Winter Shoulder. But yeah, Fresh Boss lasts a long time. 9, 10, 11. I mean, they say 12 hours. Honestly, if it gives me 8, I kind of stop clocking it personally, even though I could maybe like get some free fragrances out of it if it doesn't last that long and I statistically prove it. But look, $30, 60 ml, eau de parfum, or like parfum extract concentration. You're going to smell fresh. You're going to smell spicy. You're going to smell unique. You're going to smell like a boss. Authenticity Perfumes. And again, be on the lookout next Sunday, not this Sunday, the 20th, but the following Sunday, the 27th, I will have Sarah from Glam Finds on this channel. Next, at number 7 on the list, is a really niche, really expensive spring fragrance, especially for nights out. Buying this for a night out will be kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, Toothman Intense. Yes, my bad. Toothman Intense. I knew it was the Intense. I just didn't say the Intense. Or is that what you're actually wearing today? Let me know. But yeah, this fragrance, really expensive. Even if you get it at a discount, it's going to be expensive. And that is from the house of unAVERAGE, technically a part of their Opus collection. We are talking about Opus 8. And this fragrance right here is one that is kind of warm for the spring, all things considering. But in New York, it tends to be a little cooler in the springtime, and then it just gets blistering hot like around June and July. So our springs actually still end up being kind of cold. I mean, it just finished snowing 2 days ago. So that kind of goes to show you. But this right here, warm, amber, ylang-ylang, there's an orange blossom, and there's a little bit of a citrus top, but that gets completely evaporated. There's like vanilla in here, some spices, cinnamon, and saffron. This is really good stuff. It lasts a pretty long time. I mean, again, you're getting about 9 to 12 hours in it. Stacks, what's going on? And okay, got you both. You're wearing it. And shout out to Stacks. Absolutely. Check out Stacks' channel, Stacks Reviews. He has a great channel with some amazing content. He covers a good amount of fragrances. I see him over here building up his arsenal with everything. But yeah, check him out, Stacks Reviews. And I know Yara absolutely loved Opus 8. But this thing is pricey. This is about like $420 USD. Maybe you could get it on discount for like 300, but 420 for 100 ml eau de parfum. It is really good. It is really good, especially for the scent profile that it is. But I mean, I'm not here to tell you that you must buy it. I'm just recommending it because you'll smell different in a night out situation in the spring. I personally really enjoy this, and if you have the money for it, or you want to, maybe splurge a little bit, treat yourself to something nice, then I'd recommend something this range. I'd recommend this. If there's not much I'd recommend for $400. For $400, I'd almost recommend something for $200, and then you keep $200 and apply that towards other things in life. But if you must spend $400 on a fragrance, this is a pretty solid one, honestly, if I'm telling the truth. Hey, Bobby, good to see you, bro. Check out Bobby's channel. That man has some exquisite taste when it comes to fragrances. That man knows what he's talking about. The man got information locked down to a T. H2O no. Look him up. Great channel. Yeah, that price though, but it is very unique. See, Yar confirms it. The price is steep, but it is unique. Very good. Very good fragrance. And trying to see what else I have. We got the chat. Great to see you, Bobby. I'm also uploading a video as we speak, so I'm just trying to make sure that I can then edit after this live stream is done. But next is probably going to be the actual true blue fragrance, because again, this doesn't really count. This was a throw-in honorable mention. But that was Mr. Miami Blue for those who didn't see. The actual blue fragrance to make this list is not Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, Versace, Dylan Blue. It's not technically a blue fragrance. I mean, it has blue properties. Hey, Raph, great to see you, bro. Hope you're good. Hope you are well. Speaking of Raph, those who don't know, Raph had sent me a bunch of ZAHAROFF samples. Well, I'll be covering a bunch of those samples with Brian over at My Two Cents on Thursday. So come back for that. Brian at My Two Cents is a great channel. He's allowed me on a few times. Now I'm returning the favor, extending it, allowing him to share his thoughts on some ZAHAROFFs. So you'll hear both of our opinions towards it. And he actually owns the bottle. So while you're getting my first impressions, you'll be able to hear it from him first. Kind of like what you could expect with Sarah with Authenticity on the 27th. Chris, great to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, bro. So yeah, at number 6, the not so blue fragrance, we are talking about Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir. This is EDT. This is the original that started all the other flankers. This isn't intense. This isn't Eau de Parfum. This isn't anything else. I've read that no perfumes actually use the word blue to describe their colognes. I'm interested in hearing which blues the community thinks are best. That's a great question, honestly, Julian. I mean, when it comes to actual blue fragrance or the category blue fragrances, in my opinion, it's still Chanel blue. Pick a variation. Me personally, I kind of prefer Parfum. And then after that, it is Roja Elysium. I kind of prefer the Parfum to the Cologne blue bottle version. But at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either of those. And then people will maybe say like Sauvage Elixir, followed by, Versace Dylan Blue, or maybe Sauvage there. And then, or their favorite variation of Sauvage, followed by, any variation of like Dylan Blue. And then after that, it kind of just fades into the abyss. I do not consider Coach for men, an actual blue fragrance. I don't. Um, hey Fernando, great to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you are well. Taking a break. I appreciate you for stopping by. Not sure if you have, but if you haven't, please like the video for me. Marc Jacobs for men. That is a great fragrance. Smelled Sauvage, Dylan Blue, BDC. Never owned any. I own Parfum. I've owned the EDT for both. For Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, and as for everything else, it's just kind of been whatever. Germs, great to see you, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by. Yes, I don't own Dylan Blue, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I'd recommend so many other blues before that. Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. I have a soft spot. I have not tried that. I actually haven't really tried any Bulgari Aquas since the other one, the gold one. And Joe, did you ever make a vid on your favorite aquatics? I might take Juan's recommendation and grab Missoni Wave. I haven't made like an actual aquatic list. I could work on something like that. I'm not really big into fresh and aquatics. That's part of why I haven't made it. I guess like now that I'm starting to collect a few more freshies and try to expand my palette on that, I'll eventually look to make that. But Narciso Rodriguez, Blue Noir. So this is the EDT. This is number 6 on the list. Great to see you, RXL. Check out RXL's channel. The man is funny. Great. I mean, yes, he does troll. We all troll. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover. The man has hilarious content. And, you know, lighten up a little bit. Don't take things so seriously. The man's content is good. Good to see you. This fragrance does only last about 7 hours. 6, 7 hours. Maybe even 5. But for what you're getting out of it, and for $45, which is why I paid for this 50 ml, it's pretty good. And it's not so blue that it falls into the same shower gel comparison. This is a lot more woods, little bit of powdery vibe. There is like an iris accord going on in here, and also like a sense of like some sort of cleanliness going on too. So it's powdery, it's musky, and yet it still maintains like its blue properties, has like a citrus top. LX, great to see you. I appreciate you for stopping by. Check out LX's channel. The man had Chris, another friend of mine, Fox Accord, on one of his live streams recently, and the man's just pumping out content. The man is really good, very passionate too. Check him out, LX Fragrances. Bleu de Chanel EDP is still my fave you've come across. Thinking about Atlantique. So, okay, so Atlantique apparently is on this blue wave. I've completely missed that one. I'll have to check it too. But yeah, Julian, I guess in the realm of everything for me, I'd probably rank it Bleu de Chanel just because that was the original. Then the Elysiums. I'll rank Sauvage Elixir, followed by Sauvage EDP. Well, Sauvage Parfum. I actually like Sauvage Parfum. Then EDP, then something like Dylan Blue, then regular Sauvage, and then after that, honestly, I'm not really doing many more blue fragrances outside of Mr. Miami Blue. But that's just more so towards Mike. Do you own any Iris? Do you find the Iris Accord feminine? I realize not everyone thinks. I don't mind the Iris Accord because it doesn't come off feminine to me. I mean, in my opinion, it's coming off powdery. It rarely comes off like anything else. I mean, it's either powdery or waxy, but it's never too abrasive that I can't think of like a way to pull it off. I mean, I wear rosé from ZAHAROFF, and I used to wear Cafe Rose a lot more until they discontinued and my bottle ran low. So I'll wear like feminine like fragrances, even Forbidden Games from by Killian. Before I gave that to my sister just as a gift, she liked that better. but I don't find the iris note too feminine. I've always liked Dior Homme Intense and or Parfum. I like Dior Homme, but I like the Intense the most. This right here, another fragrance that I will be talking about a little bit later, has iris in it. There's a good variation of fragrances that I have a pronounced uh appreciation for iris, including Healy Iris de Nuit. That was a really good one, but that is more powdery. Honestly, the only iris fragrance which is still has to make its way to Yara that I haven't really gotten along with is Ace de Venustis Iris Nausea, or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry for butchering it. But yeah, I'm supposed to be sending that to Yara. And just with everything that's been going on in my life the last 7 weeks, I haven't been able to, but I'm definitely looking to ship that out to her. This is really the only iris I have maybe found to be too feminine. So I smell great to see you. Ken's BS and Shaving. Hey, what's going on, Ken? Check out Ken's channel. The man is awesome. The man has a new mic, so you'll be able to hear him loud and clear. Check him out, Ken's BS and Shaving. Scales, what's going on? How's the shoulder? The shoulder is rough. I had to end up taking 2 Percocets just to make my way onto this camera because it is a rough one today. Thank you, Wiz. I appreciate that. Yeah, Iris Nausea. Exactly. I completely butchered that name. I'm so sorry. Ace de Venustis, please still be willing to send me some fragrances if you're watching and you want to. I'm joking. I don't really care if you do or don't. But yeah, number 6 out of the 8. We are talking about Narciso Rodriguez. For him, Bleu Noir Eau de Toilette. And good option for a night out. You're gonna still have that blue vibe, but not be like every other average Joe. Number 5. This one might not be for everyone, but apparently a lot more people have really liked this one since it's come out, which has kind of taken me a little bit by surprise, but it is one that is going to be sexy in a very animalic way. It is one that is going to be clean. It is one from the house of ZAHAROFF, and we are talking about Royal X. Signature Royal X. Slightly, oh so slightly, like powdery. It's clean. There's lavender in here. There's like a juniper. A little bit of citrus. And you get that like sandalwood and musk. This is really good. I appreciate a fragrance like this. This works well, especially if it's just a little bit warmer out. But the lavender during the springtime is amazing. I do find it. So Fernando finds iris feminine, dominant like Dior Homme Intense. I prefer iris noticeable. Dior Homme O was a really good one. Prada L'Homme, I do like Prada L'Homme, but not more than in my opinion, Dior Homme is like one of the peak ways to do iris, although there are still a few others around there that did iris really well. Iris de Nuit from Healy was really good. Stacks, you need 2 Man Intense. Aaron said if he could, he'd stab me for recommending it to him. Jeez. I know Neil Cuddles, Mr. Miami Cuddles, actually really likes it. So, Julian, if that helps anything, I'm still looking to get it, and Neil really likes it. But, oof, that X, yes. This X, you're going to stand out and be different for sure, too. With this recommendation in the springtime of 2022, it's a great night out. and it's gonna bring attention to you. So whether it's that you're, maybe taking your significant other to the beach for springtime, there's Long Beach out here in New York, or you're in San Diego, somewhere in Florida, or, whatever the case may be, a nightclub that acts like they have a beach, then this will be a great fragrance for that. It's going to cut through some of that booze and, the hookahs and, the ganja. So, really good, sexy. This does give a solid 9-hour performance. It's said to be extract 27%. It does kind of come off a little bit oily as an extract would, but it's on the lighter side of extracts, in my opinion. But yeah, this is what grown adults wear. And it is unisex, but definitely a little bit more masculine than anything. Number 5, ZAHAROFF X. Julian pushing Toothman intense as Neil does with Paul Sebastian. Hey, in his defense though, he's been talking about Toothman intense since Julian really started to make his presence known on the Cannoli channel. You have yet to try X. Okay, Yara. I guess I really have to get this sample pack out to you then. So I will look to do that really soon, because you gotta try this, you and Hills, for sure. I'll chat with you on the back end and see what else you haven't tried, so this way we could kick up another one of the live stream samples. Thanks for your opinion. Yes, I do. I don't know if we would do a blind one, since this time you would kind of have an idea, but I have my people get in contact with your people. Thanks for your opinion. I do. Hey, shouts out to Neil. Shouts out to Julian. Shouts out to 1, 2, 3. Having 4 more left. This next one is honestly for these. I mean, it's for anyone, but in my opinion, for the somewhat younger crowd, if you're like just coming out of high school, maybe a senior in high school, maybe, just a young adult, and you're just looking for that one absolute, just clean kind of fragrance, then that could also serve as a night out. Or if you're like, going bowling with your friends, to movies, maybe to a bar, like I said, you'd want to grab Prada Luna Rosa Sport. Honestly, among the sports, I could have went with Chanel Allure Extreme. I haven't tried the new Dior Sport yet. I've yet to try that. I haven't tried really many releases from 2022 yet. But Luna Rosa Sport, tried and true. If you're familiar with Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mans, this is basically in that realm with like a vanilla, lavender, mint vibe. There's a little bit more citrus, and in my opinion, even like some sort of white floral going on in here. But lasts a long time, performs a long time, can be had for relatively cheap. I think this 50 ml is like $45 on the discounters. And among the list so far, I mean, we've had Authenticity for like $35. The Amouage Opus is pretty expensive, whether it's on discount or not. Bleu Noir is about $45. ZAHAROFF X, not sure if it's back in stock, but when it is, I believe it's $140. So this about $40 to $45, 50 ml Eau de Toilette will go ahead and, allow you to do a little bit of damage out there in the streets. Yeah, we should do another decant swap. I'll try to label. Yes, please. I'd appreciate that. Luna Rosa Sport is my favorite flanker of the line, even more so than Black Ocean. See, my favorite from the line is Extreme, but they discontinued that almost as soon as they released it. They pulled a La Nuit Blue Electrique with Extreme. This is my second favorite. I really enjoy this. I got this for my birthday. Last a good amount of time. And like I said, this one's a little bit more so for the 17 to 22 crowd, 23 crowd, but honestly can be worn by all ages. Perfect for the spring nights out. You're talking about Luna Rosa Sport. This next one, number 3 on the list, is a little bit harder to find than what it had been a few years ago, but you could still have this for kind of cheap in comparison to what some of the flankers are going for. And like I said, it's still out there. Now, it's probably under a different name these days, and I can't help what variation it is that I'm not willing to keep up with what name it is. But when you see the bottle, you'll know which one I'm talking about. We are talking about lot L'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent, and this is the L'Homme Parfum Intense or L'Homme El Intense, or the L'Homme fragrance that came out originally in 2013 to be like the parfum version of it initially. And yeah, this one is a little bit sweeter, a little bit warmer. There's like amber, vanilla, ginger, still kind of that lemon citrus, but this one comes off almost like if you infused 1 million into L'Homme. Pretty good. You could have this like 2-ounce bottle, maybe even the 3-ounce bottle for $75, which isn't bad. I bought this back in 2018 from Sephora on a discount. So check online, see if they still have it there. I know they've been dropping a lot of the flankers of YSL in total to like discounters because they're reformulating everything. You could have gotten YSL EDT recently for about what, like $33, which is insane. But yeah, look around. You could probably still get this for about 70 and under. This is a really, really good fragrance for what it's worth. I believe it's eau de parfum too. And you'll smell a little different this spring. Captain, my captain. Great to see you. So Captain went ahead and scored big on that sale. That's what's up, Captain. I'm glad, number one, to see you. I appreciate you for always stopping by and your support. You're a real one. But also, too, I'm glad that you scored that. Yeah, it's on the Sephora, 42 after tax for the 100 ml. So then it was like 35 or something for the 50. But act fast, because I know that they're dropping quickly. The Cartoon Kid, great to see you too. I always appreciate when you stop by. Anytime, Captain. Seriously, I mean, I appreciate authenticity, not to be confused with the Fragrance House. I am talking about you and your authentic behavior. You hold no punches back, and just the community as a whole needs more people like that. Speaking of authenticity, since we have some new people, Sarah from Glam Finds will be on this channel as a featured guest, not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday, March 27th. Just got confirmation on that. I don't know what time yet, but y'all know I schedule my videos in advance anyways. So just be on the lookout. And Brian from My Two Cents will be going over some of the ZAHAROFF samples that I got with Raph, or from Raph, on Thursday. So in 48 hours, 72 hours, I'll have Brian featured on the channel. So we have some guests coming, and I have other things in the works too. But in the meantime, if you want to smell good on a night out, check out YSL L'Homme Intense, Parfum Intense. Has to be the best L'Homme flanker. It is definitely up there. I still really like the original L'Homme, in my opinion, but Parfum Intense or El Intense, whatever, is really good. I know a lot of people swear by La Nuit the L'Homme. I'll cover that in a minute. And y'all know how I feel about it. I've always preferred Dior Homme Intense over La Nuit the L'Homme in regards to that rivalry. I'm trying to think which other. L'Homme Jambre was solid. I hated Loam Sport with a passion. I thought that was a redundant release. The other one, Loam Libre, really good. And as a person who really likes Violet, I'm kind of sad I didn't have a chance to get that then. You have to order online and pick it up at the store. Oh, okay, got you. So there you go. For anybody who wanted to know, you'd have to get it online. Don't just run up to the store. 2 fragrances left. I know how some people feel about this house. Y'all know how I feel about this house. I really think that a lot of this stuff is way overvalued. Do any of you guys know a good replacement for L'Homme Ultime? That was another good one. I got a sample, loved it, but can't find a full bottle anymore. I have not found a replacement for L'Homme Ultime yet. I'm sorry, Cartoon Kid. I'll be kind of doing some work to maybe kick around, because right now I do have a replacement for another flanker at number 1 after I go through what this one is. And this one is Creed Millesime Imperial number 2. This fragrance for the springtime is really good. Night out. But this would be more of a date night out, or like something a lot more intimate, because the projection and everything will not last. So unlike some of these other fragrances, you'd actually have to make this like a close quarters situation. Maybe if you're going to like a house party or dinner party night out type of thing, you could wear this. But this won't necessarily work the same way in a bar like all of my other recommendations prior, or like my number 1. Joe knows. Hey, Steph's great to see you. Joe does. I'm trying to know. I don't know everything, and what I don't know, I defer to other people, but I appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, Creed, y'all know I've trashed Creed. I'm probably blacklisted from ever receiving anything from Creed again after I dismantled Aventus Cologne, but that's fine. I'd rather be blacklisted, if I am, than tell you all to buy a $500, $600 fragrance that I feel is really only worth $150. Creed's Millesime Imperial is worth about $150 by itself. I know it goes for more than that. I'd pay no more than $150, even for like this 2.5 ounce bottle. But nope, Cartoon Kid. I think Fragrance Buy still has 60 ml bottles. Go ahead and check that out then, Cartoon Kid. So I'd hop on that if that's the case. Me personally, I've got other things to buy, but I would hop on that if I were you as a lover of Ultime. Creed's Millesime Imperial, though, really good. Clean, little bit musky. It has watermelon, even though it's really citruses, blended, a little bit of woods. In a way, it almost reminds me of an aquatic version of a Royal X. In a way, not that it smells one for one like it, but it's just funny how that actually ended up working out. This is significantly less musky, but still musky at the same time, and has that like fresh ambergris. So Millesime Imperial number 2. And before I announce my number 1, I just want to drop that link there in case anybody wants to come on. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by throughout the duration of this. Number 1, I'm just going to get it out the way now while the link is out. Captain and Coke. I've had decants of CMIP, and I just never liked it. Yeah, I mean, it's a love-hate fragrance for sure. In that way, like Creed's, you almost like you have your specific favorites, like Green Irish Tweed, maybe Original Vetiver. I like Royal Oud. I like Millesime Imperial over Aventus in a way. I mean, I like Aventus, but I'll take Millesime Imperial and Green Irish Tweed and Royal Oud out of, Original Santal and Viking Cologne and Aventus. So yeah, that's just my preference. But this final one, and I'm gonna bring a little bit of hype here. First of all, shouts out to Mark over at Aussie Fragrance for not only getting me those worms, those natural gummy worms for me to try um from Australia, but also because really people I do watch a lot of reviews and I respect a lot of opinions. Mark's I've respected for a very long time. He's been doing this a long time and he integrates his family top to bottom, not just his wife, his daughter, his friends, co-workers, and he's funny. The man has chops and he looks great. So what is there for me to not like or appreciate about Mark? The man has great taste. He knows what he's talking about. So when I saw that I was looking to buy this fragrance and Mark actually reviewed it, I knew for sure I was going to buy it. This fragrance will save a lot of you a lot of headache right now. This is the final one on the list. And this fragrance, if you watched Brian from my 2 cents recent video that I was on with Jufro Fragrance, shouts out to Lawrence, you will see that I kind of started something. But I'm here today now to officially reel in the hype a little bit more. Milestone. I haven't tried Milestone yet, so I will look to get a bottle of that, especially since Millseam Imperial is low, Mike, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out when I do. But in the meantime, I'm here to discuss about another fragrance. Now, this isn't a clone, but this does smell so similar that it'll save you the headache and money. So this way, when you go out, you'll actually have some money to go out with. Take your significant other on a date, man, woman, whoever you choose to date, whatever is your preference. You'll have money to do so. Not only because this fragrance is cheap, but you won't have to buy the expensive La Nuit de L'Homme vintage formula or Bleu Electrique that just decided to discontinue itself. I am talking about Ted Lapidus Poker Face. This fragrance right here is $20 for 100 ml EDT, maybe about $25 shipped when it's all said and done, 26 off of fragrancenet.com, not sponsored. And if I was, I definitely want some sort of money for that plug. This is me doing my job as a reviewer, telling you all, don't go out and buy Bleu Electrique for that crazy price. I mean, if it restocks and you could get it on sale again for that $36, yes, because I know a lot of people would rather have the YSL bottle than this. I get it. But for the price that it's going for the price that the vintage formula is going for, yes, Ted Lapidus, Poker Face, 100 ml. So here's the thing with this. This fragrance has a lot of the same notes. There's cardamom, there's iris, there's lavender, there's violet, there's a little bit of cedar wood, there's tonka in here. Where La Nuit has the cardamom at the top and the lavender in the heart. Or wait, is it the other one? Lavender on the top and cardamom in the heart. This is the other way around. It's in reverse, which makes it a little less cardamom, just oh so slight. But at the end of the day, this really does give you that vintage YSL La Nuit feeling. People who have tried this, Mark has tried this, everyone loves it. Poker Face from Ted Lapidus. Yes, Ted Lapidus. Here's the box. Poker Face, just like this. I mean, it's not the most brilliant box in the world, but 100 ml. And I do have a review of this coming up shortly, sometime this week, that I also did pre-recorded. That's actually what I was uploading while I was doing this. But anyways, Ted Lapidus, 100 ml. Really good for the price, $20. If you like La Nuit, see, I don't like La Nuit enough to spend the $60, $70 retail price, even discounted price. I do like the profile of La Nuit enough to spend $20. And this isn't like a fake clone. You will get performance out of this. How powdery is it? If I'm see, this will be more on the regular La Nuit side. There is powder. Also, hi Juju. Y'all shout out Juju Cannoli right here. I appreciate you anytime you stop by. And I do want to get you on a video soon, Juju. If you are watching, I will again have my people call your people. I am looking to have you at the least, if not both you and Issa, on another makeup video. That would be great. Hey, HB, I appreciate you for stopping by. And of course, this is what my job is. Not necessarily, I mean, yes, YouTube is my job too, but this is how anyone can pick up the latest release and tell people, "Oh, buy this," or anybody could just pick up a brand that, sends them the free bottle and pays them a bunch of money. This is where you do your due diligence, your DD, and bring some new stuff. Yes, makeup. Absolutely. No, seriously, Juju, because that's something I'm looking to expand and add to my channel. And of course, I know your history with makeup, so it only makes sense. But yeah, this is definitely one that you all need to check out. $20. OD Toilette, 100 ml. Hidden cheapies. Yeah. And there's a few others that I'm working on, but it's from a tried and true house, that's been around for a minute, Ted Lapidus. It gives you a solid 7 to 9 hour performance. OD Toilette, $20, doesn't smell cheap. And again, for those who appreciate that La Nuit profile and want to take it back, this will do it. It is powdery, but it's not super powdery. And there is my number one recommendation for spring nights in 2022. I hope you all appreciate the video. I've got a lot of stuff on the works. I have to go to Atlantic City next Friday. Then that following Sunday, I have Sarah from Glam Finds. We're going to cover Authenticity's fragrances. I have Brian on Thursday coming by to discuss the ZAHAROFFs. We out here. I'm trying to work, trying to get to that 2K subscriber count. I'm still growing. I see the numbers, and I thank anyone who watches this, anyone who has subscribed. I appreciate you all for doing so. I appreciate everyone for coming through in the chat. And I do this so this way y'all save yourselves some of the headache, but also too because I love interacting with you all. Have goals to reach, and let's go ahead and reach them together because we are all family. Work, work, work. You know it. So with all that being said, I bid you all adieu. I will see you all on Thursday. I'll probably upload the Ted Lapidus review Wednesday. And just because it's drummed up a little bit of hype now. And yeah, in the meantime, I'm still recovering. And you could catch me on I am Joey Cannoli's channel a lot of the time when he goes live. And also check out Joey Cannoli's channel because the man is entertaining and funny. I'm still recovering from those little Debbies. I ate and won the strawberry shortcake contest, but it's what I do. Hey, Captain, thank you for the kind words and thank you for stopping by. And yeah, we are going to head out, and I will see you all later. Y'all have a good one.